usually I'm like dressed in my my suit, you know, like when I perform. But if it's just for this, I'd be more than happy to do it.
Okay, yeah. How long have you been doing the balloon thing?
I technically started when I was 9 because of my mom's boyfriend when I was there during that time. But with that being said, though, I didn't fully start getting into balloons until I was in college, and I can, in all honesty, say that I love doing balloons, and it helps me use my degree in theater. And I've been doing it professionally for 12 years, and I've been full-time for 5.
And I think it's probably important to distinguish like professionally, because some people say balloon guy and they think, oh yeah, I've seen a balloon guy like at the fair. But looking at some pictures from your stuff and then standing right here looking at what you're building, this is far beyond like the fair balloon guy. This is truly professional, right?
Yes, sir.
What are some of the most intricate ones you've done?
Let's see. One of them was a hippogriff from Harry Potter. Another one that I did that was a very intricate one was making, there we go, making a life-size Goku and Majin Buu.
Oh wow!
Let's see. I also made a life-size Onyx from Pokemon as well. Same thing with making the ones that are my my memes. That are the viral ones I did.
Yeah.
Were my balloon solid snake, which has been seen by about 30 million people, and then my balloon colossal titan. And then also my balloon version of there we go, of Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, and also my my version of Party Favor, who is a balloon artist pony in My Little Pony.
Yeah. Most of the ones that you put together, are they wearable? I've heard that usually you wear them around, right?
Yes, usually the ones that I do for events, usually about 40 to 50% of them are definitely wearable.
Right.
There we go. Because I'll definitely do lots of parties and weddings and events of that nature, and mostly they just want they just want them to be sculptures.
Yeah.
But I love it immensely when I can make them into wearable pieces of art.
Right. Now something like this, I guess any one of your balloon creations, but especially just looking at this one, do you sit down beforehand and sketch it out, or how do you plan them? Is it all in the mind, or do you have some blueprints that you try to draw up?
A little bit of both. What I do is, if it's something that's similar to something I've made before, then I improvise it, and I just make it based off of what I've known. If it's something that's going to be very, very complicated, I'll end up having like a little bit of a planning stage, and I'll end up writing out some of the ideas that I want and do a basic small sketch of what I believe it might look like.
Right.
Or I'll end up making a small balloon of it, and then see if the small version seems to be able to match up with the larger one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Excuse me, so there's a balloon.
Well, if you'd like to, I'll let you speak just a little bit about, just for the people listening, about the one that you're making for this year's Tupelo Con, and how far along you are and what you got left on it.
Well, currently I am making a Zordon from Power Rangers. And right now I'm making the tube that he is in. And I am very, very close to being done with the tube. I need to go and put in some finishing details on it and close the top. And then also get rid of all the scrap spikes that are on the sides of him. And then tonight, while I'm in my hotel room, I will be making making Zordon's head. That way, it can be performed inside of the tube. That's why it's as large as it is.
Right.
Not only to be accurate to Power Rangers, but to make it so that it's large enough to where I can actually turn around while I'm in it.
I guess that was one thing I was thinking of, because they tell me, well, yeah, he usually wears what he's created, and I was just looking at the tube, and I'm like, well, this is a little big, but now now you're explaining it. I can see how it's going to work.
Oh yeah, and I designed it to where it's movable,
Right.
because originally I was thinking of being in what are known on bucket stilts,
Yeah.
and being about this tall already.
Right.
But the problem that I was thinking of with that is I've done it before being in bucket stilts, but the difficulty is that since Zordon, I want his mouth to be able to move, since I have experience as a professional puppeteer. I wanted to make so that his mouth was capable of moving, and it would be very difficult to concentrate on both being on the stilts and making his mouth move at the same time. Safety is very important.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. That's for sure.
There we go. Woohoo! And are there any other questions as well?
Well, I was just saying, you mentioned puppeteering. Now,
Yes,
how was that?
I did that for there we go. For 3.5 years in Savannah, Georgia, where I'm from. There was this company called Puppet People, and it's one of the reasons why I decided to get to make balloons that were like costumes, because I wanted to be able to continue that aspect.
Right.
It was something I very, very much enjoyed, and there we go. Especially because I wanted to get to work at Disney as a character. Though I will say, even though I do not do that at the moment, what I do for Disney though is I'm one of the balloon artists that they have a couple times a month. They had me do an audition with a company called Twisted Arts, and so I'm one of the few people who's able to do balloons for Disney.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. And it was weird. I kind of went in a roundabout way to being able to accomplish my dream of being an entertainer for Disney.
Right. Well, and this is a peculiar talent in that you are pretty much an artist when you're making the balloon creation, but then a performer after you put it on.
Yes, sir. Well, and that is true. I love to be able to perform and create and make as many people as I can smile. It's my absolute favorite thing in the world to do.
Well, I can see that a lot of people are going to be smiling this weekend.
Yay, that makes me so happy to hear. And that's, but it's not just performing.
Right.
I'm someone who loves to be able to inspire people as well, because there you go. I have Asperger's syndrome, high functioning autism.
Right.
And I actually speak at conventions and disability conferences to let people know that just because you have any kind of disorder, or anybody says you can't do something, never let somebody say that you can't. Always do everything you can to try to pursue your goals.
And that's a great message. There's way too many people that just kind of sit down and decide I can't do it. So that's an inspiration to people.
Oh yeah, yep. And my friend Evan is with me today. He's able to. He's my one of my best friends, and he's been my videographer for 5 years. But with that being said, though, he's with me. Not only to get lots of awesome videos and to make sure that everything is doing good, but also because my lady wasn't able to come with me this time.
Oh.
Yep. But that is okay though. She is right now at the Disney. She is. She works with one of the restaurants there called Tiffin's, and I very much miss my lady. But I will definitely be calling her tonight as I'm finishing up Zordon's head, and she'll be the first person to get to see it.
Hey, I know how that feels. Well, listen, Bruce, it's so good meeting you today.
It's wonderful meeting you as well.
I appreciate you giving me just a little time while you're finishing up this part of the creation. I can't wait to see the finished product tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be looking awesome when it's done.
I think so. Thank you so much.
Some extra details and everything.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and have a wonderful day today.
You too.
And make sure to find me with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter by typing in No Ordinary Balloon Man. Instagram is 87 at the end of it, but that's how you can find me with all my social media.
Thank you for that. We'll make sure and let everybody know about that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go find them all right now.
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful day today. And
You
thank
too.
you.
You too.